Whatever gets you motivated, it's got to be here at the tip of your brain at all times. I can stop doing anything but my frappuccinos. You know exactly how to be you. Strip yourself down to nothing and give everything. When you commit yourself to something for a year, you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to let that go. I used to coach a lot of people. I don't coach anybody now.
Got it, but you used to coach.
I used to coach them.
Okay.
So what it was, my first question was,
I have probably, well, I'm the most excited, David, of any of the podcasts I've done because it's you. And I'm going to be honest with you, because we just come off of you speaking to 5,000 plus people. And I want to get right into some of the things you talked about, because the majority of the people that are downloading this and listening to this are looking for help in their business, in life in general. And all the advice you've given has been very specific, but like it can help you in every capacity.
Right.
You talked a lot about mindset, and you talked a lot about, you know, what it feels like to fail, how you got to fail your way ahead. And the reality is that, take any industry, real estate, life insurance, any sales position, there are 1 million, 2 million people doing it, and there's 27 million people that have quit.
right,
How have you been able to teach people? Because, hell, I don't think you – I mean, I read your book.
right.
Which is when I see you and I read the book, I'm like, I know he's not lying, but damn, I can't.
It's hard to picture.
I can't picture it. No, I can't actually do it.
Yep.
Like, I know you're not lying, but I'm like, even when I was reading, I was like, dude. And then when I met you, I kept losing my mind. Like, I know he's telling the truth. What did you do over those years to develop? And they ain't got to be you. They ain't got to run 250 miles.
Right.
They don't have to, you know, come off knee surgery 13 weeks later and do, like you talked about doing something 440 miles. I'm like, do I get tired driving my car 440 miles?
Right.
And I ain't lying to you. Like, I'm not going to, I want to be the best I can be at what I'm doing, right? What can you talk to us about that can make them, and I love when you keep saying bad motherfucker, because they can be a bad motherfucker for the family.
Right.
In their life, as a coach, as a parent,
Right.
as whatever it is, as a leader in business, as an employee. Please talk to us about that, because you breathed a ton of life into me.
So one big thing is a lot of people, it's hard to imagine, but you have to learn how to fail. Because I'm going to explain this to you. I had big dreams. A lot of us have big dreams, big goals. And when you have goals that are maybe outside your reach, you have to know that getting to that goal, you're going to have a lot of bad days, a lot of setbacks. So like when I was losing 106 pounds in 3 months, the first 2 months or first 2 weeks, it's like I was gaining weight. You know, I would lose a pound, gain 2. So I was just failing. I kept failing and kept failing and kept failing. So I had to teach myself how to fail right. And what that means is when I fail, I can't spend much time in that fail zone. I have to be able to get up and get after the next day just as fast, because my goals were to be a Navy SEAL. I don't have time to stay here and feel bad for myself for weeks and months and years, because I'll lose that time. So the big thing is know that if you have big goals and big dreams, along the way, failure is going to happen. So how fast do you get up from that? And you got to teach yourself that. But the biggest key to success in anything you do is you got to have an unlimited supply of you. This drive and passion, and it may come from nothing. Like for me, there was no passion, no drive, no nothing. But I had this fire that I'm going to be somebody. And it has to be there, because on all those bad days and all those days you don't want to do shit, you have to be your own motivator, your own coach, your own trainer, your own everything. So to do that, you have to come into work, and work is whatever your work may be, ready to go. And what that means is you may have failed miserably yesterday, but you come to work like, people are like, man, you just lost everything. How the hell are you just fucking damn motivated? Because this is what it takes. This is what the fuck it takes. And you got to get it from wherever you can. Whether you make up this illusion of your life or this false reality that gets you motivated, whatever gets you motivated, it's got to be here at the tip of your brain at all times. Because in those dark moments, you got to pull it out. So that's the big thing for me, man. I was always fired up at all times.
You said a couple times. As a matter of fact, you said when you met Pastor Matthew, I love what you said. I was listening, and he said, man, we work on him and give him a year. And you said, fucking year's real.
Yep.
Like a year's real. He was talking about substance abuse treatment and getting people in and helping them out. Please just tell everybody what you were saying, because I'm sitting there going like, damn, that's deep. And it's so, and then he's bobbing his head up and down. And I heard you talk about that. You leave a meeting, 3-4 months, like you're, and then it just, boom, it comes crashing down.
It goes away.
What did you mean when you talk about like a year is real?
So he was talking about there's people in these different, I guess, programs that do it for 30 days.
Correct.
And there's a lot of programs that are 30 days. And 30-day programs are good, but it's kind of a hack. Because while they say it takes 3 weeks to develop a habit or it's always this hacky shit.
Whatever it is,
I'm going to tell you right now, 30 days ain't going to do shit for you. The permanent, you want to make it permanent. Permanent, you start talking about a year, 18 months, 2 years, that's a sacrifice. And when you commit yourself to something for a year, you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to let that go. Because in your mind, you have it clear as day. That year took a lot out of me. That year built me. That year started to scrape away all that scar tissue, started to clean me up. 30 days doesn't clean shit up. 30 days just kind of covers up, put a blanket over it. It's like putting a rug over it. A year, it cleans you up nicely, man. Whatever your problem is, if you can dedicate yourself for a year to something, you could be a changed person.
You know what's funny? You said that, and I hadn't thought about it. I was sharing, I've always shared about being sober, because when I got sober, this dude had been sober about like 15 years. I didn't do a program, but he would have been the closest thing to a mentor. And he said, tell everybody, peer pressure is powerful.
Yep.
Like, let them know. That's what we do. Any company, this company, people have been like, you want to drink? I said, if I start drinking, quit. Seriously, I will not lead you.
Yep.
You will not want to. You might follow me. It'll be a path of destruction. You need to quit, right? And you coach a lot of people. People reach out to you. What is the first thing you're trying to figure out about them? Is there 5 things, 10? When you start, because obviously you start getting in their head and start. What are you trying to figure out when they reach out and you decide to take that on?
So I used to coach a lot of people. I don't coach anybody now.
Got it, but you used to coach.
I used to coach them.
Okay.
So what it was, my first question was, okay, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to forgo? Because a lot of people, like this guy came in one time, I was a trainer. And he goes, man, I can stop doing anything but my frappuccinos. I go, leave. Because I'm looking for that person like me. People, it's hard for people to understand how I lost 106 pounds in less than 3 months. I sat down at the table and I said to myself, what are you willing to give up? Everything. And when people come to me with that kind of mindset, I can work with you. When you are willing to strip yourself down to nothing and give everything, that's who I want to work with. Because now I can mold you into exactly who you want to be. When you put these restrictions up, and that's why my first question is, how bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you do it, nor do I have the time or energy to force you into that place that I know you have to be to do it. There's no luck in this game, man. There may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen. And that's what people don't know. But to get there, luck ain't going to happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man. It takes a lot of work.
So I was thinking about this as I was reading your book. And because, you know, you go play in the NFL, dude, you need talent. I mean, you can have the greatest mindset in the history of the world, you know, like, and I'm not saying that, you know, attitude over talent. I get all that.
Yep.
But I've seen some pretty fucked up attitudes for professional athletes who still, they're just really talented, dude.
Yep.
Because it requires talent. What you do is You know, you said I'm not superhuman, it's not supernatural. Do you think, so I'm just curious now, it's straight curiosity.
Yep.
Do you think that anybody, because the stuff you do when you talk about it, biking across the country, not across your town
Right.
or your state, running that many miles, it doesn't necessarily require athletic talent. Like, you don't have to be born, okay? Do you think that anybody, and it's not about when they finish, they don't need to finish second or 20th,
Right.
do you think anybody that put their mind to it and did the training and gave up everything could do some of those races?
Yes.
You do?
But they cannot do it with my body.
Got it. Explain that.
If you're healthy, I've never been healthy. Like, people think that the races I did in the military broke me. I was broken way before then. Numerous health problems before I even got in the military.
Really?
Numerous. I'm talking about, like, you're talking about like sickle cell.
Yeah, I remember that.
Twisted body from all the stress I was under as a kid. Just a lot of different problems. Thyroid issue, adrenal issues, all kind of shit.
That you had when you were young?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then they got magnified as I got older. So I would go to the start line of a race, like Badwater, the 135-mile race to Death Valley. Yeah. No one knows this. But if you go back, and there's videos of me out there, Google David Goggins' first video or first Badwater race, you will see black compression tape on my ankles. I had broken feet at the start line of a 135-mile race.
Your feet were broken.
Broken. And if you go back, you will see as I'm finishing the race, you will see this black compression tape floating behind me. I went to the start line of that race. I trained for that race with broken fucking feet. And I don't talk about a lot because what happens is normal people with normal minds can't understand that. So then you become a liar or this and that. But now I got to the point in my life where I'm like, fuck yourself, dude. If you don't believe it, go ahead. But I don't talk about a lot because I know what I've done and I know what the mind can do and where it can take you. I've experienced it over and over, and my mom has seen it over and over and over again to the point where it's almost like I can't even believe sometimes, but I'm willing to go there. I'm willing to push myself to that limit and see what happens.
But you think people that don't have any health problems, you think that they could go do these deals?
I think, yes, 100%.
Really?
100%.
Because the majority of people think there's no way they could ever do it.
And that's the reason why they can't do it.
There you go.
That's the only reason. They have already put their cap on their success in life. And that's why most people aren't sitting where you're sitting or sitting where I'm sitting. You never capped yourself. You might have. And if you did, you took it off.
100%.
People cap themselves. They look at somebody, and because their mind can't imagine it, they then start talking shit. He has to be doing this, or he has to be doing that. There has to be some trick. There has to be some potion. This is bullshit. No, it's because you cannot allow your mind to open up for the possibility of it can be done, which is why you being people, are where they are today.
Yeah.
Because you shackled your mind to have limits. And everybody has a limit, but find it first.
You got a limit?
I haven't found it yet.
I don't think you have.
I haven't found it yet.
It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy. I
Think
haven't
you
found
will?
it yet. I find it at times, but what happens is I then figure out how to get around it, through it, above it, climb over it. So those limits, I'm always, that's what I said, I taught myself how to fail. I'm always skirting on that like limit of like, okay, I'm there. Okay, I failed. But I was right there. What did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? Oh, that's what I fucking missed. And then it happens. So
I want to close with this. What hurts me the most, like that room tonight, there's dudes not doing that for their family.
No.
They're not. And I think they want to. I don't think they don't want to. I don't think they
Right.
wake up and go, you know what, I love not providing for my family.
Right.
I love not protecting my family. They want to.
Right.
And most of the people listening, dudes, right?
Right.
And working 18 hours a day sucks.
Yep.
Being a provider and a protector and not asking anybody to care for you because it's not their job sucks. Because it's not their job. It's nobody's job to take care of me.
That's right.
It's my job to take care of y'all, and whatever's left, I'll figure it out. I got enough to take care of me. We're good. See you tomorrow.
You said it.
That's my job.
Yep.
How do we, like, parting, whatever you want to say, David, don't matter to me, you'll kill it. You've been unbelievable. This podcast changed my life. You talking changed my life. Mm-hmm. And it's made me think a lot more about things. So for that, I appreciate you, and I thank you.
That.
And I mean it. What would you like to say on our way out here about whatever it is, your family, your focus, your goal, and just honestly, manning the fuck up?
You know what? It comes down to this for me. How do I want to be remembered? And that's the problem, man. Like nowadays, people don't give a how they're remembered. They don't give a about their family. Everybody's equal. Their mom is equal to them. Their dad's equal to them. They're growing. Everybody's equal. So it's a tough question to ask because when I grew up, my mom worked 3 jobs. And all I wanted to do, and she got her ass damn near murdered. And it took her down a dark hole. And I saw this. That helped me grow up to say, all I want to do is retire my mother when I get older. That's all I want to fucking do. And thank God I did that. But the thing about it, with a lot of people, they don't have that in them. The parents raise the kids very differently now. So the kids don't have that sense of self. And I believe in self-discipline, self-pride, self-motivation. No one has that self anymore. That self is gone. So that driving force that tells you, I have to do this shit, I took great pride in the fact that I was nobody. And what you just described put goosebumps on me because that's exactly what I took pride in. Was I'm going to make sure you're good and you're good. My mom will tell you right now, she's right there sitting.
Yes, she is.
She knows I don't buy myself shit. I take great pride in that. I don't want shit because how I'm wired to, hey, Mom, I'm going to get you this, 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 and this. My girl, everybody's got everything. I don't even own a fucking car, and I'm a multi-millionaire. And I say that with pride.
Wow. Yeah.
Because what I was here to do as a man, and men may not even want to hear this. It sounds so barbaric. That's the pride in which you have as a man, is that you see your mom, you see your girl, you see your kids, you see all this shit. You see them doing well. That's all a real man wants. Mm-hmm. They don't give a fuck about how they dress, how they look, what they're driving. They don't give a shit. Because why? Your trophies are your family, and they're all walking around. Every man that sees you, they see you walking in with some sweatpants and shit, but they know your family's balling.
That's right. Because
you put the time in, you put the effort in, you put the work in. And as a man, we don't want none of that shit. We just want respect.
Amen.
And that's what men don't give a fuck about now. But the only thing I want is for my family to look at me and say, that's the man. Mm-hmm. Right there. And men don't have that. They don't know what that feels like. So until you know what that feels like, you're never going to seek that feeling of when things are bad, my family looks to me.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
As they should.
That's your job.
That is my job. Mm-hmm. And I earned that. It's not given because you wake up and you're a man.
And it feels real good.
It feels amazing. When anything goes wrong in my family, if there's a flat tire, they don't call AAA. They call David Goggins. Mom's got a problem? David. My mom's sick? David. She don't call the doctors, David. Anybody, they call David. And that's earned. And that's a good feeling. And I would challenge men to try that. Try that. Try that for a couple of days. Try working those 20-hour shifts and coming home and having your girl have a meal at home. I guarantee your girl looks at you very different. Every day you come home and you're dirty as or you're just tired and she knows you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, and then when you go to work, she's sleeping because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you look at her, she knows. what kind of man she's got. Your mom knows, your dad knows what kind of son they have.
Yeah.
They don't know that feeling. It's the best feeling in the fucking world.
It
Money
is.
can't buy it. Nothing
True.
can buy it. So it's just something that we almost can't teach our kids anymore because the world is influencing people from all over. Once they leave your house, you got this weak family and that weak family and that weak family saying, why is your dad like that? Why are you doing that? So it's hard to keep it, man.
Tell you what, though, once you try it, you might become addicted to
It's
it.
addicted.
And you don't want to give it
That's
up.
right. It's
Because
very
you're
addictive.
100% right.
You're
My
right.
daughter down there looking at me knowing that no matter what happens,
That's right.
she'll call nobody else.
My dad got me.
It's me.
Yep.
No matter where he is, what time it is, it's me.
He's got the
and
answer.
I'm going to come out and figure it out.
That's right.
And you all better hope you're not with her.
Think
'Cause
about it.
everybody dies.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you not want that? How can you not want that? That's old school savagery, bro.
100%.
Old school savagery.
Dude, I love you. I mean, you are an old school savage. There ain't many left.
Yes, sir.
But I appreciate you being on here. I appreciate you jumping on Close and Conquer. I appreciate what you did today for those people. And you are changing lives. So your legacy,
Thank you.
there's going to be a lot of motherfucking people. I mean, like that guy downstairs. I changed my life. That dude could be dead
Right.
because of that weight
Right.
and because of you. And nobody credit. He don't even know what day it is. He's walking around in the meeting. He don't even look at the agenda.
Right.
He talks about David Goggins and you show up. So it's I appreciate what you're doing, man. And
appreciate
we
that.
need more people in the world like you. So I appreciate y'all. Guys, this has been amazing. You probably already followed David Goggins if you don't live like under a rock somewhere. But David, I appreciate you jumping on Close and Conquer. If you like this, share, subscribe, send it to everybody you know. This was unfreaking believable. And I'm not even going to tell you that we're going to put you another link or another video because just watch this podcast. Right? I'm telling you this. If you will listen, if you will put the bullshit aside and just listen. And by the way, let it hurt. Let it hurt.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with it hurting.
No.
Let it hurt.
That's
We'll
right.
tell you what, bro. You got it. I love and appreciate you, man. It was
Respect.
amazing. Thank you very much. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Thanks for jumping on Close and Conquer.
Achieving big dreams and goals often involves facing numerous setbacks and failures. David shares a personal experience of losing 106 pounds in 3 months, highlighting the initial struggles and setbacks. The key lesson is the importance of learning how to quickly bounce back from failure and not dwell on it. He emphasizes the need for an unwavering drive and passion to succeed, especially on the challenging days when motivation is low. Despite facing difficulties, maintaining a strong inner motivation is crucial for achieving success in any endeavor. David discusses the significance of committing to a longer time frame, specifically a year or more, when undergoing programs or treatments, particularly in the context of substance abuse. He contrasts the common 30-day programs, emphasizing that while they may provide temporary relief, lasting change requires a more extended commitment. The idea is that dedicating oneself to a year-long journey or more allows for a more profound transformation, clearing away deep-seated issues and fostering lasting change. He also emphasizes the value of sacrifice and commitment in achieving meaningful, permanent results in personal growth and recovery. David reflects on the power of peer pressure and the influence it can have, especially in the context of maintaining sobriety. He shares an experience from his own journey to sobriety, emphasizing the importance of being honest about potential pitfalls and setting boundaries to protect oneself and others. When coaching individuals, his primary focus is on understanding their level of commitment and willingness to sacrifice. He seeks to work with people who are ready to strip away unnecessary aspects of their lives and give their all to achieve their goals. He underscores the importance of hard work and effort in creating opportunities that may lead to success, rejecting the notion of luck as the primary factor in achieving one's objectives. David discusses the relationship between mindset, talent, and physical health, drawing on personal experiences from his extreme endurance challenges. Despite having various health problems throughout his life, including sickle cell and other issues, he asserts that anyone without major health problems could achieve similar feats with the right mindset, training, and commitment. He emphasizes that the limits people place on themselves mentally are often the biggest hindrance to their success. He acknowledges his occasional encounters with limits but highlights his ability to overcome them through determination and adaptability. Overall, he encourages individuals to push beyond perceived limits and challenges the notion that extraordinary achievements require innate talent. David reflects on the profound impact of family and the desire to provide and protect loved ones. He expresses concern for individuals who may not be prioritizing their families and emphasizes the importance of self-discipline, self-pride, and self-motivation. He shares personal experiences and values, highlighting the pride he takes in being a provider for his family. He challenges men to focus on the essential aspects of life, such as family and respect, rather than superficial achievements. He concludes by underscoring the rewarding feeling of being relied upon by one's family and the unique satisfaction that comes from fulfilling the responsibilities of a true man.